Lovely. Good morning. Welcome back to our Forex Morning Call. I'm happy to have you here back in this show. It's a new trading week. We have calendar week 28, and it's today, Monday, July the 11th. And I'm really happy that we can talk about the markets today. An overview about the markets, especially of the weekend. First of all, we talk about our running trades, how we do manage them, and of course, maybe the one or the only other trading idea. Let me say welcome here, guys, on YouTube, and of course here on Traders Yard also. So feel free to use the chat. Best case, you make a reload on Traders Yard, then you should hear me and can see me and see the chart. And of course, feel free to type your questions into the chat box here on Traders Yard, and of course here on YouTube. Also, Alexandro, good morning. Good morning, RL. Good morning here on YouTube. Of course, Alex, Simeon, greetings to Africa. Ron, good morning. Let's talk about real trading, just only with real accounts. So the more questions you ask, the more, how should I say, the more this show is living by itself. So feel free. Okay, before we start, we have to do the August stuff. And you know, the August stuff is we have to talk about the risk disclosure, the general risk warning. So you're responsible for your own trading. Please be aware of that you have to calculate your money, you invest in your own trading ideas. Okay, so what do we expect today in the numbers? We have a really interesting week ahead. So the most important numbers are tomorrow or on Wednesday morning, from Tuesday to Wednesday morning, the Royal Bank of New Zealand interest rate decision. So actually we have 2%. The predictions are up to 2.5, like the Australian rate also did last week. So, and then on Wednesday also, we expect the Bank of Canada rate decision. Actually, we are at 1.5, and the consensus on the predictions are 2.25. That's really interesting. So let's see if the market will get surprised or disappointed. Let's see. So the rest of the week, it's just a couple of economy data, but the rate decision, New Zealand and Canada are the most important thing. So you can see the chart on Traders Yard. Please make a reload. Okay, or if not, then check it on YouTube. I give you the link here. So, and of course, you need to find the real on Traders Yard, by the way, because everybody can see it, so you should see it too. And as an alternative, use YouTube. Okay, great. So I want to start a little with a little bit education, and I have my quote of the day. And the quote of the day is from Bill Dries, a very famous trend follower, and he said, if all it took to beat the markets was a PhD in mathematics, then there would be a hell of a lot of rich mathematicians out there. That's really important. So what can we learn from this sentence? If it all took to beat the markets was a PhD or a kind of big intelligence or being more smart than other guys in mathematics, then there would be a hell of a lot of rich mathematicians out there. So there are not a lot of mathematicians outside there, I can promise you. Even two of the most famous guys in being intelligent in the history, Isaac Newton and is the gray one, Albert Einstein, of course, Albert Einstein, both were investing in trading at their time. and both lost a lot of money. We know from Isaac Newton at his time, he were a bit of investing, and if you transfer it to today's nowadays, he lost $20,000 with investing. So you see, being more smart or being a mathematician is not the foundation for being successful in trading. So, and I would say that's my hope for me, because I'm surely not the most intelligent guy around the world. I'm just a little bit, so I can count to 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's enough to being a trend follower. Yeah, and the rest is making a kind of routine right away. Okay, Ute, good morning. Thomas also, Mladen also. Good morning on YouTube. Okay, so that was the point. So don't expect that you have to be much more intelligent than other people in the markets. So what you have to do is much more disciplined than other people in trading, not much more smart than other guys. That's not necessary. What you have to do is to learn a strategy, which one you will use. It's up to you. You can be a trend follower. You can follow the entry of the DowHow strategy, which you can learn in the course if you want, or following this show or whatever. Maybe you can use other kind of strategy by any indicator, something like this. But it's not necessary to be much more smart than other guys in trading. What you have to do is really being strict in your holding the rules and being much more disciplined than other guys. And this means you have to work with your own humanity, yeah? Being or thinking in logical way, which means it's also a kind of discipline. And yeah, how should I say? Yeah, sticking to the rules. That's the point. And this is not a question of being smart. It's a question of being disciplined and willing to change yourself. This is what you have to do. Okay, just a kind of little bit education. So let's come to our trades. And first of all, we want to have a look at the DAX 15 minutes, because I make day trading also in DAX 15 minutes. And you can follow my chart for the rest of the day in the live trading room English here on Traders Yard. It's a free access on Traders Yard, by the way. And then you can follow the chart for the rest of the day. You can ask questions in between. And if I have time, I answer it in the webinar in the next day, or maybe right in Traders Yard if I have time. Okay, Johan, I saw it and I will talk about it, Platin. Okay, so let's talk about DAX 15 minutes. So where we are for the moment. Yeah, you see we are circling around the point of control. And this green rectangle means I show it where we can see where the point of control is moving. So it moves a little bit higher. So the point of control is here around about 12,860. Not so far away from the point of control from last Friday. So you see, it's about the volume history, how the point of control is moving. And it's always a good idea to follow and to see where you are with the price. Because don't forget, let me give you this quick reminder. In trading, you don't trade DAX 40. You trade the price for one contract. So, and always you know, or you realize you trade the price, you have to know, is the price currently cheap or expensive? And where is a normal price? Yeah, I guess you do so when you go to grocery, you know, where's a normal price, and then maybe you get an ad for kind of marketing or a special offer. And of course, if you know, if you want to buy strawberries and you're out of the season and you know, okay, it's much more expensive, but you know, the average by the year, there is a normal price. So in trading, it's all exactly the same. We trade prices, not products. In trading, you're not a consumer, you are a trader. So, and as a trader, you have just only one value and one point you should consider, and this is the price, no more, no less. Let's talk about the trend. So in trend, you see I have an open position right now this morning. So we have two trades actually open. And the first one, of course, is this green one. You see, it's starting here. So that's the green one. It's going up. Yeah, and this trend will break here. So we are still in the correction and must be prepared in case that the trend will continue there and will go up again. As long as the trend will not break here at the last 0.3, we have to suppose that the price will turn and will go up again. When the trend will break at the last 0.3, yeah, then it's over. So at the same time, you see we have an open position. We have a downtrend. There was a bit correction, and I opened the trade here at the 0.2, yeah, and now the price is going down. Yeah, and now maybe it's time to trail the stop. No, let the candle finish, and then maybe we can trail a stop into the profit, because actually there is a trend continuation. Or you can leave it here at the last 0.3. That's just up to you and your own working style. Yeah, let's see. So come to 4-hourly charts. That's my preferred time frame, because, you know, law of probability is the most important point in trading. So let's see, just give me just a sec. I have to do something before I've forgotten. Being patient is always a good thing. So here we go. Technique. I love technique. So, okay, let's come to the 4-hourly chart. And of course, let's start with DAX 42. In DAX 40, we have still the downtrend. Why is it? The downtrend comes from up. It's, here we go, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5. So, and now on the right side of the chart, there's 1 and 2. Yeah, and actually there's no trend continuation. It's just a fake breakout here. And you see where we checked up, where the price get rejected here, exactly the last 0.3 of the downtrend. So, which means we are still in our second trend arm. And that means, okay, when the price turns around here again, we can go up again. Yeah, as long as the trend will not break here, the list at this 0.3, we can suppose that the trend will continue. But also, you see, there was no break here, the last 0.3, because that's fake. And we also have to suppose that the downtrend will also continue. So in case you work with a soft stop here, then you are still short. That's just up to you. So Dow Jones, yeah, we have also 2 trades here. No, just only one, sorry, one trend here, and that's the green one. The green one is this one you can see, and now we were deep in the correction. I opened with the balance candle. I opened a long position here. We had a little bit swinging up and down, and finally we could see the price is going up, but we haven't reached the 0.2 here right now. So therefore, I'm still in my entry arm. So I call it my entry arm, because actually there was no trend continuation yet. And it was really deep in profit. So I decided to trail my stop here to take the money, because making profits, with making profits, you will never destroy your account. So as long as I'm in my entry arm, with the next turnaround, maybe a balance candle or something, or maybe a trend candle with green, or in that case with a white body, in my case, yeah, I can make a re-entry again. So be prepared. As long as we don't have a short trend, we have to be prepared in case the price will go up again. But this is my money right now. So next one is Bitcoin. Bitcoin, we still have the downtrend, you see, and the downtrend is in its 10th trend arm. Heaven's sake, I hope you're still in. So, and also now we have a new uptrend. But this uptrend is coming down really far into the correction zone. And as long as we don't break the trend here at this last 0.3, we have to suppose that the price, if it turn around, then we can go up again. So I have a pending order here. And the deeper we go to the correction, the more I trail my entry closer. So actually I leave it here until I can see a new balanced candle or maybe a new candle with change of color. Then I can trail my entry closer, but for the moment I leave it here on this last balanced candle here. In gold, I'm out. Why? Yeah, no problem, because I'm still in a lovely trend and I used to take the money by trailing my stop loss here because I can see there is a kind of stabilization there, and now I have to suppose that maybe the correction is going up, but if not, then I have a catastrophic order at the last 0.2 again in case the trend will continue immediately without a deeper correction. Then I have to be prepared for this. So then EURUSD, I trailed my stop to the last 0.3, sorry, and I'm in profit with almost 300 pips. That's cool. So I saved a lot of money with this, but I'm still in case that the trend will continue. This could also be happen on the right side of the chart. So I don't predict the market. You know, I'm a trend follower. I'm a price follower and not I'm a price predictioner. Yeah, just follow the price. Okay, that's my part. So I want to, there was a question here on Traders Yacht about platinum. Okay, let's see if we have platinum here. Platinum, exactly, there it is. So let's open the chart with my, here we go. And we do it in 4-day chart. Johan, this is for you. Thanks for your question, by the way. And here we in 4-hourly chart, we have still the downtrend. And the downtrend is in a 6th trend arm. Actually, there is not really a trend continuation because just fakes here on the lower side. So the trend will break here at this last 0.3. So which means for a new entry, in my opinion, the trend is too major. It's too old because it's a 6th correction arm. So you should be in here in the 2nd one, or maybe at least in the 3rd one is also possible. But here the trend must be running already. Is there a new uptrend? No, not for the moment. So to be honest, there is nothing to do. Either you are short already or you have to stay on the sideline if you stick to the rules. Otherwise, if you have kind of whatever other rules, like for example, maybe a kind of trend line, like other analysts are doing, then maybe you have this kind of trend channel here, for example. Then of course you can work with this rejecting of the price here, and you can say you want to go long there also. But let me say this, you can also maybe work with the, how should you say, with an indicator like moving average, crossing moving average like this. But let me say this, trading is a zero-sum game, which means there's mathematics. And you know, if you want to win in a zero-sum game on a long run, then you need a mathematic edge, which means a mathematic edge means there must be fixed rules. So if then, it's like in science, you know, if then, cause and effect. So, and this you have to back test before you make something else in trading. And you can make a back test if you, show in the past if it works and how much are the probabilities. Or you can make on a demo account a live test, but then you should not miss a signal, because every signal you missed, is kind of watering your result of your test. And that's the problem by live tests. Okay. So, but if you follow the rules of the DowHow setup, then either you are short or you're standing on the sideline and you're waiting. Simeon, wonderful morning here on YouTube also. Okay, I hope that's okay for you. So let's come to my running trades. So first of all, I have a short position open in coffee. It's Arabica. Why? Of course, it's the second trend on here. I open a position here. I have my stop loss above the last 0.3. Yeah, and if the price is not working, I trail my hard stop closer, but it's not necessary yet. And also, I realized that we are here in the third trend arm. No, sorry, in the fourth trend arm for a long position, and we are correcting really deep. So I have a pending order in case that the price will jumping up and coffee is rising higher. Then I want to be a part of this trend too. So next one. You rarely talk about your expert advisor. Is it not good or reliable enough for full-time use? The expert advisor, first of all, it just only works on MetaTrader 4. It was too expensive to develop it for MetaTrader 5. That's first the problem. So it works really cool, but to be honest, if you want to be a real trader, then you should draw the trends by yourself and you should do your own trading. The expert advice is just for lazy people, yeah, and they are not willing to learn the job by themselves. It's not a holy grail. It's not a printing machine for money. My personal suggestion is make an education and learn it by yourself, yeah, and then maybe later you can check if the expert advisor is right or not, because the human decision must be always more important than a decision of an expert advisor. It's really cool and it's reliable enough. By the way, it works really cool, but I make the decision. I have it running on my own accounts too, but finally I make this decision. And before you invest money, to be honest, in an expert advisor, you should invest the money to making a proper education. Just my personal opinion about this. Okay, I'm long actually in Aussie Canadian dollar. I'm a little bit in loss. I can see my entry was here at the 0.2, and I could see it's not really working. So I trailed my stop loss here a little bit to cut the possible loss. But if the price will get me out, then I have to make a re-entry, of course, here, because it's still the second trend on, because there was no trend continuation here. And actually, it's a corrective trend because the downtrend is still valid. Aussie JPY, also in loss for the moment. I opened the trade here again. We are still in the second trend arm. Yeah, my stop loss is above the last 0.3, so just let it go for the moment. CAT JPY, I open the trade here in my second trend arm. You can see that's 1, 2, second trend arm, a second trend arm. So I'm a bit late with my entry here. The perfect entry was there. I missed it last week. So, and here is now I'm long, and I'm still waiting that we reach the 0.2. And if we reach the 0.2, I will trail my stop loss into the profit. Actually, stop loss is below the last 0.3 here, of course. Then we have EURUSD. We have a short position here. And of course, I trailed my hard stop closer because we are in the fourth trend arm. Yeah, and it's also fine when you trail the hard stop to the last 0.3. It's also okay. That's just up to you. It's just your personal working style. So Euro New Zealand dollar, there are two positions. Now we have three positions. We have a pyramiding on long, and the stop loss actually is there. And I have a short position here in the second trend arm, and my stop loss is here above the last current high. Let's see which trend will continue. I'm really surprised about that. I'm really excited about that. Which trend will continue? I don't know yet. So we have pound Aussie. Here, I'm a bit in loss. I open the trade here in my second trend arm, here for the possibility long. My stop loss is here, and I have a pending order short in case that the red downtrend will continue also, because the red one is in the second trend arm. Let's see which one will continue. I'm really excited. And finally, dollar JPY. Oh my gosh, we are in profit again because we followed the rules. So you see the short gets stopped out at the last 0.3 here, and at the same point, in the same situation, we have a long position open and we are in profit. Yeah. So, and now I reached the last 0.2. So I trailed my stop into the profit zone. Everything is fine, because if the price will coming back so far, yeah, then I can make a re-entry. Yeah. So you see, it's always most important thing to follow the rules. So what's on my watch list? Just I show you. In Euro JPY, I took my money and I'm waiting for a re-entry. Pound JPY, the short got out here. I take the money, I cut the loss, and now it looks like that we see a new uptrend. So for the moment, I'm standing on the sideline. Then we have pound dollar. That's the fourth trend arm, and I can make an entry here on the way down. Aussie Swiss, yeah, there was not a trend continuation here. And that means if you see a kind of stabilization, for example, then you can set a pending order here on the way up, maybe here roundabout, in case the trend will continue before it makes the deeper correction. Swiss JPY, second trend arm, waiting for a turnaround to open a position short. Euro pound, second trend arm, waiting for an entry. Pound Swiss franc, little bit late, stupidly, my fault. Perfect entry was here, second trend arm. So now third trend arm, waiting here to make an entry here roundabout. And finally, dollar Canadian dollar, dollar Canadian dollar, third trend arm, I missed the second one, third trend arm, waiting for an entry. Yeah. So that's my parts. And actually, there is a lot of things to do. So the one and only, the last one of what I show you today, we did something new. My wonderful administrator of my homepage made something really cool. If you have any questions, yeah, of course, on Trader's Yard, you can talk all the time with me. But in case you go to my homepage for maybe information about the course, something like this, then the newest development is if you have any question about the product or the education, something like this, and you don't want to talk on Trader's Yard, then there is a button for a chat. And now you can chat directly with me. Yeah, on my team, and be patient. If I'm in a webinar, if I'm in a coaching, it will take a little bit time. If you get a note, if you get a message from me back, you can leave your email, and then I can give you an answer back. How cool is this? I'm so proud of my team in my back because they work a lot and hard for doing really cool things here on my homepage. Okay, thank you very much. Now I wish you a lovely day, and I want to say thank you for being a part of this great Forex morning call. I hope we see each other tomorrow again, 8 o'clock, 8 a.m., right before the markets open. And now I wish you a lovely trading day. And as always, have courage and be kind. And may the force of the logic be with you. See ya tomorrow.